If anyone here hasn't made $1 million in a year yet, pay attention. If anyone here hasn't made $100,000 in a year yet, pay attention. If anyone here is struggling to just make their ends meet, really pay attention. Because I promise you, it's not because your business model isn't good. Even if your offer is perfect, I've seen people, perfect offers I made for them, given to them, and they have no salesman skills, no salesmanship. They have a really bad relationship with money, and they sabotage. So if you've ever had issues or discomfort or all this icky stuff around selling and money, you need to pay attention. So you sell the way you buy. So if you want to start selling better, buy better. If you want to start liking selling, start liking buying. Many people are like, how do I get clients? I go, okay, well, here's an offer for how I can help you get clients. Well, what's the matter? I don't like feeling sold. Oh, hold on a second. You don't like feeling sold. How hypocritical. Isn't that odd? You're asking for help to make sales, but you don't like being sold. What an interesting phenomenon. Please tell me how that works. I'll let that one sink in your own mind. If you want to sell better, become a better buyer. Love getting sold, love buying things, love the process, love paying people money, because if you're not a product of the thing you were expecting, you cannot expect others to do that which you will not yourself. And that's just secret number one. Let's go to secret number two, my friends. Let's talk about high ticket versus low ticket thinkers. A lot of you guys want higher value clients, higher paying clients, higher ticket clients. Everyone wants to go higher, like Dubai skyscraper. You want to go up to the Burj Khalifa high. Armin, send me the highest ticket leads. Let me tell you something. High ticket, low ticket is just a mindset, not a situation. High ticket thinkers, they want certainty. They want to know 100% this is going to produce results for them. And there is no cost. Once they have that certainty, no cost. That's too great for them. No cost. I remember I paid $20,000 to someone to come in to build that entire sales CRM I never actually used, and I didn't ask for my money back. They go, Armin, that's a waste of money. I go, it's far more waste of time and energy and money for me to go back and try to undo my decisions. Like, I'm the one that had to take ownership. I paid him and I didn't use the stuff. But how come I paid this guy in a blink of an eye $20,000? I didn't even think about it. I'm just like, yeah, cool. Because when he talked to me, I'm like, this guy knows I know he's going to get this shit done. I don't have to worry. And when you are a type of person, one of the elements of the viral offer is 100% certainty. If you have 100% certainty, guess what? The prospect you're talking to, they're going to pay you any money. You get to set the prices. How many of you would like to set your prices? Well, you got to become high ticket in the mind first. Now, what do low ticket thinkers want? Low ticket thinkers, they want cheap. Oh my goodness. Now, let me be more specific. I'm not saying low ticket thinkers are cheap or they only spend cheap money, because cheap is relative, right? Like for me, cheap is $5,000 or $10,000 for something, because I've seen much bigger money. And for someone, cheap could be $20. Like it's relative. What I am trying to say is this. Specifically, where high ticket buyers, they're thinking, I want to just make sure this is 100% going to work. Is this proven with you? Is it validated? Do you have client results? Is your system good? Like, they just want to make sure this is going to work because they don't want to waste their time. Time is more valuable to them. They'll pay you any amount of money if you save them time. But a low ticket thinker, because they lack that confidence in their ability to execute on things, they lack that certainty in themselves, they want to minimize the risk. My friends, they want to minimize the risk because they don't actually believe in the outcome. They don't think they can or you can. And then the mirror happens, and now you're uncertain, and they're uncertain, everyone's uncertain. It's like, okay, I'll break it into 25 payments of $200. That's the problem. It's a lack of confidence. It's very costly. They just want to minimize risk. And let me ask you a question. You guys are entrepreneurs, right? You guys are here because you want to build a business. That's what entrepreneurship is. You want to build a business, solve problems, get paid, right? You don't want to work for someone. Cool, awesome. Now, let me ask you a question. Where did you hear the famous quote, successful entrepreneurs risk nothing? You ever heard that one? I haven't. When you hear it, let me know. And if that person's a billionaire, I'd love to learn. How many of you, though, have heard that the entrepreneurs that make history, they risk a lot? In fact, how many of you heard the investing principle? The higher the risk, the higher the, say it, reward. Higher the risk, the higher the reward. You want to sell high ticket, you want to close high ticket, you got to be high ticket thinkers. They just want to believe in themselves and in the people they're working with. They want to work with quality people. They want to work with things that work, and they want to have certainty because they are not afraid to make a risk. They're not afraid to take a risk. But low ticket thinkers, they don't want to take a risk. In fact, it's complete contradictory to being an entrepreneur. If you are afraid of risk, my friends, you're in the wrong profession. There's a lot of very secure, risk-free ways to work. I'm sure risk is an illusion itself. I mean, you could get fired at the job. My point is you got to love risk. You got to be able to throw money at anything if you're certain that thing's going to work for you. But if you keep attracting low-ticket people, cheap people, all this stuff, you got to go inside yourself. Sorry to say, but that's where the breakthrough was for me. Let's go to secret number 3, my friends. Now, by the way, I put high-ticket, low-ticket thinkers. Some of you guys, no, I'm not a low-ticket thinker. You might be. My friends, poverty and brokenness is 2 different things. Secret number 3 of high-ticket thinking secrets is charging more grows them. Charging less hurts them. I got a very beautiful story about this one. A lot of people are like, oh man, I don't want to raise my prices. I want to help people. I go, hold on a second. How does raising your prices hurt them? What are you talking about? Let me ask you a question. I had this one person. She's like, I want to help people because the people I want to help don't have money. I'm like, hold on a second. So what do you charge? Oh, $300. I'm like, so let me get this straight. You feel morally right to charge $300 from someone who has $200, who's barely paying bills, but you're saying I'm wrong for charging $5,000 to someone who has 10, who has the means to pay? Hold on a second. I'm like, no, you're just using service and help as a front to cover your insecurity of charging more because you don't believe in yourself to charge that much. That's what you're doing. And she didn't like that. But I said, look, if you really want to help people, start a philanthropy business. Just start a charity. Help everyone for free. You really want to help them. But you can't, can you? Because you need to make your own bills paid, right? You got to make your own money. Oh, so now you're mixing up all this passionate stuff. Like, I want to help people. You're making money a moral thing. It's not a moral thing, my friends. It's just business. Provide great value, solve their problems, and it's worth money. We raise people's standards when we set the bar high. And you guys sell yourself out and sell out their transformation when you're too afraid to set a big price and have them commit to it. And it's either because your own conditioning around money, your relationship, or you don't believe in yourself. Your service ain't good yet. That's why you got to do it for free before you can charge. So don't ever sit here and tell me that, oh, Armin, if I lower my price, it's going to help them. No, it doesn't. You keep them where they are. They learn nothing. And by the way, almost everyone you talk to has the bandwidth to pay a lot of money. It's just not going to come to you. It's going to go somewhere else. How many times have you guys not closed a prospect, or you've heard someone that almost bought something, but then when someone else paid 10 times the price, 5 times the price? I've had that a lot of times, and I'm like, wow, that made me learn something. They would have paid. I just wasn't good enough to close. So charging more, my friends, helps your prospects. It hurts them to give them discounts or exceptions or any of this crap. I'm not talking about payment plans. I'm not talking about courses. Again, I'm talking about you selling coaching to help them. Group or live, anything where you're involved with their life, there's no such thing as low-ticket coaching. There's only ever one objection on every call. And that is, I still feel uncertain. I'm not certain, man. I'm not certain I'm going to be able to do this. I'm not certain I have the time to do this. I'm not certain if that investment is worth it. I'm not certain if you're going to be able to deliver. I'm not certain if the program works. I'm not certain if the method works. I'm just uncertain. You guys get caught up in the objection. The objection isn't real. It's just a smoke screen. They just don't feel certain. Certain is another word for trust. They don't trust it's going to work. There's 3 different types of uncertainties. You can write this down. One is with your method. You're a coach, so there's a process you teach. For example, if I taught you how to go viral on Facebook, you might be like, I don't want to go on Facebook. I don't think that'll work. That has nothing to do with me or you. The second one is you. Now, the way you handle the prospect in the process of the sale, that will either build their certainty or shake their certainty. If you come late to the call, if you don't follow up hard enough, if you don't look into their profile to figure out who they are, if you don't do any extra work to show them you are a person that will show up for them, in the sales process, they might feel uncertain that you're someone that could help them. That's why you must do all that stuff before getting paid. Extra mile is doing work before you're paid. So people feel certain in you. And then the last one, thanks to Tony Robbins and all our good friends who are teaching us personal development, nowadays we are all having this new form of uncertainty in ourselves. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I should. And that's why coaching is sales. That's why sales is coaching. Sales is just making decisions, and we're coaching them through the process of, hey, believe in yourself, believe in the product, believe in me. What's the problem? You guys are coaches. That means you should be the greatest salespeople in the world, no? Because great salespeople are coaches. They help you, guide you through making decisions, making changes, right? One of those changes is buying the program, because in that program, they'll change your life. You guys getting me? You should be the greatest salespeople in the world. You're coaches. My entire sales background is not sales. It's breakthrough psychology. I studied how to get people out of depression. I was infatuated with the idea of emotional intelligence and why people do stuff. When I sell, I don't sell. I completely turn the seller into the buyer. They're selling me because I'm walking them through a transformational breakthrough. There's only ever one objection. Don't ever get confused otherwise. Our secret number 5, write it down. Money is never the problem. Now, for the ones who are going to get the most triggered about this one, Armin, what are you talking about? 99% of all my objections are money. What are you talking about? Life is hard, man. I'm broke. The only people that don't like this secret are the ones that actually have money problems still. They still believe money is a problem. I will prove this to you in one example. How many guys own a home here, a mortgage, or you rent a home, or a mortgage specifically? How many of you know someone that has a mortgage that owns a home? Okay, here is a crazy stat for you. Majority of people that own a home don't afford it. They don't afford it. They can't afford it. What are you talking about, Armin? Well, they're not in the home because of their money. How many of the people you know that own a home bought it cash? That's affordability. How many of them bought it on their own line of credit? Oh, they didn't, did they? What did they do? They borrowed the money? You're telling me the entire world is a majority of people living in homes that they can't afford? Holy shit, money's not a problem. So how the hell are they living in a house they can't afford? They even fudge the numbers sometimes to get the loan, even if they can't pay the mortgage. How many of you remember 2008, right? What is this interesting mystery? Well, I'll tell you, because money is never the reason why people do things. And if it is, it's a really shitty sale. Money is just the vehicle when the motivation for doing it is right. When the problem is big enough, they will find the money and pay it to you. See, a lot of people being homeless is a huge problem. That's why they go into debt, buy a home they can't afford, and they put all their peace of mind on the line to pay bills for the rest of their life just to make sure they're not out of a home. You guys getting me that right now? So don't tell me money's a problem. Money's not a problem. We have proven that. It's always something deeper. And secret number 6, write it down. You must become comfortable with being uncomfortable. What do I mean? When you're on every sales call, there will come a time in the call where it becomes uncomfortable. When the person has to actually pay you, when the person has to make up their mind, where you have to not let them get off the call with indecision. Oh, you go home and, are you talking about the pushy stuff? Is it push or is it presence? Come on now. Is it push or is it presence? If I go to a restaurant and the waiter comes to me and he goes, what do you want? I go, I want shrimp. They go, great. 20 minutes later, shrimp comes to my table. I go, what the hell is this? He goes, it's your shrimp, sir. I go, oh, I saw the menu. It was pretty expensive shrimp. You go, yeah, but you ordered the shrimp. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. You ordered the shrimp. Yeah, but I mean, it's out of my budget. Shrimp. Do I got to pay you today? If I eat the shrimp, can I pay you tomorrow? No, you got to pay before you leave. Oh my God, sir, why are you pushing this on me? Well, pushing you on what? You asked for shrimp. You just don't like the price of the shrimp, but it doesn't mean you don't want the shrimp. Now a person goes, that'd be very foolish, right? You would look at the person at the table and be like, what the hell are you doing, man? You ordered the shrimp, pay for the shrimp. Oh, you don't want to pay for the shrimp? Oh, that's a problem. But that doesn't mean the person's pushing shrimp on you. Now, if I go to a restaurant and the waiter comes up with shrimp, I didn't ask for it. And he goes, here you go, sir. You go, what are you talking about? I didn't order this. You go, no, you should have the shrimp. It's great. I don't like shrimp. Oh, you got to eat it. It's our main special today. Man, I'm allergic to shrimp. Leave me alone. You got to have the shrimp. Everyone's ordering the shrimp. It's the greatest thing. It's on deal right now. It's 99% off. I don't want the shrimp, man. Leave me alone. Doesn't matter how much it is. Now, that's what you call pushing. Do you guys get the difference? If you're pushing, it only means when you're trying to give something to someone they didn't want or need. But a prospect comes on a call and they're asking for help because they got a problem and your solution can fix it. There is no such thing as pushing them to buy. They're already there because they need to buy. They just don't like the price. They don't like that there's a cost on the menu. They might not even like that they have to follow through with paying the bill and all that crap. That's where the discomfort comes, where you got to get really good at sitting in it with them because their demons come out, man. I call it an exorcism. They're on the call and like the price shows up and now they got to actually make a decision to buy something and they're like, holy shit, there's a... I sit there and I'm just like, it's okay. Devil, come out! Because they all need a breakthrough, man. They need an exorcism. Because that's how they were trained. Everybody wants, but they don't want to give. They all want the meal, but they don't want the check. Come on, man. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Why? Because when the time comes, you will need to stand your ground. You will need to hold the space, and I call it presence. See, listen to me carefully. It's not being pushy when you remind the person why they're on the call in the first place, and that the cost for signing up to do this, to fix the problem, is nothing compared to what they have to deal with already. That's not pushy. Making them make a decision on a call, it's not pushy. That's called presence. What do you mean, Armin? Because I'm making you very present to the fact that you must be truthful to yourself. I'm making you very present to your problems. I'm making you very present to the solution. I'm making you present to consciousness, because you got to make up your mind. Do you want to stay in shit or do you want to get out? That's not push. But does it feel comfortable? No, because they're uncomfortable. You got to love the discomfort, man. They say sales starts when they say no. It's kind of true.